Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. This is actually our first show of the new year, so I wanted to answer a question that I've been getting a lot in the last few days. It's regarding a new model of gun. Now, I'm always happy to see new models of guns. Anything that might increase interest in the gun market, might improve revenues for gun companies, anything like that. I'm always for it, even if it's not something that's for me. Even if it's something I look at and go, I wouldn't want that. I'm usually like, hey, but I'm glad it's there. It's one more option for everybody. Unless, of course, you get to where there's too many options and nothing does well and the companies go under. But we're not at any risk of that right now. We could use some new gun models. So usually I'm very happy. But people have been asking me about this gun, the new Smith & Wesson CSX 9mm, and asking me what are my preliminary thoughts on it. Well, I can't have a lot of thoughts on it because I've never seen one in person. Hopefully I'll see one at SHOT Show this year. But just looking at the pictures, I'm like, it's real hard to stay positive about this gun. This is like, I don't know, like if Smith & Wesson said, hey, we'd like to make a gun that we could enter into the world's ugliest dog contest or something. This thing looks hideous. I know Smith & Wesson is really bad about making grips for some reason for semi-automatic guns. The M&P grip for years was an amorphous blob of a disaster until they kind of refined it with the 2.0. But this, oh my God, this looks horrible. It looks uncomfortable. It just looks bad. And that trigger, that's definitely the ugliest trigger design I've seen in a while. It looks like something from 1985. It just looks bad. And the melt treatment around it. I mean, I'm all for a good melt treatment on the right guns, but on some guns, it just looks like they're not finished. This gun looks like they made it out of clay, and they didn't bother to finish it. I don't have high hopes for this gun. Now, I am glad to see that it's hammer fired, but it's single action only hammer fired. From what I'm reading, is there a shortage of single action only guns? Don't we have 1911s already and high powers and blah, blah, blah? Why do we need another aluminum frame gun that's in 9mm that's single action only hammer fired? If it had been double action, single action, well, maybe they had something here from Smith & Wesson, but I'm just not seeing it. And this isn't like it's a big gun or a high capacity gun. It's 10 rounds or 12 rounds, I guess, depending on where you're at. Now, it does look like it uses the back straps maybe from the M&P, so maybe there's some crossover there. Maybe it even uses magazines. But the gun itself, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this. I'm hoping this is the unfinished prototype, which I've been hearing from some people. Oh, this is just a prototype. It's not going to look like this when it comes out. There's no way it could look like this when it comes out. And I agree. So if this is the finished product, which I'm hearing from some people now that, no, that's the finished product. I'm like, wow, is Smith & Wesson really that desperate to get a new product to market for SHOT Show? And that's kind of what I think this might be. It might be they were really desperate to crank something out for SHOT Show. So we get this. And like I said, it's ugly. It looks bulky. It looks deformed. It reminds me of, remember the, what were those pistols called? The little crappy ones? Oh God, I can't even think of the names of them now. Oh, I'm blanking. Maybe I should have prepared for this before I actually started the video. Diamondback. That's what it is. The Diamondback pistols. That kind of shape, it kind of looks like a Diamondback pistol, gorged itself and got kind of fat. Because it's weird looking. I'm not thrilled with it. I'm usually up on Smith & Wesson guns. I'm really like, woohoo, a new Smith & Wesson. No. They got the 10mm they just came out with. That I was pretty, hey, good, a new 10mm. Everyone could use another option in 10mm. But on this, I don't know what they're thinking. I know maybe this is filling a niche for people who want a small, I can't say polymer because it's not polymer. If it had been polymer, it would have made more sense. Aluminum framed single action striker fired gun that only holds 12 rounds. Is there a market for that? Am I just completely out of touch? I know I'm out of touch. No one's touched me for a long time, so I'm definitely out of touch. And I ain't touched anybody else either since they banned me from the public transport system. But maybe I'm wrong. But I just don't see how this is a viable entry into the market. Maybe some people want it. I find it hard to imagine that they do. But my first impressions from just looking at the pictures and reading the stats is, yuck. What were they thinking? So my hopes aren't high for this gun, but hopefully it'll find a market. Now, with that being said, I want to move on here, and I want to thank everyone that participated in our Fur Friends Animal Rescue fundraiser, where we gave away the Glocks. We did way beyond what I would have imagined. Even after we had to give a $1,500 refund, we also had to give a $10,000 refund because someone leaned on their keyboard while they were doing a donation. But that I didn't even count in the totals, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's a mistake. But one that I had missed, a $1,500 donation, was meant to be a $15 donation. So I did have to refund that. But even refunding that, we still ended up with $17,835. So we're going to round that up with some Pets and Vets money, make it an even $18,000. I've even got the big, ugly fake check made already. I made this. Usually we don't make a big deal out of the donations, period. And most of you that have followed me for years know we just go live on the air and we donate the money on their website live on air, and we don't make a big deal out of it. This time we're making a little bit of a big deal out of it. I'm going to present them a big old fat fake check along with a little one that's good. Well, yeah, it's good. Trust me. That's a separate account. It's not my own personal account. So we're going to do that this week just to rub it in the faces of the people who reported me to PayPal and tried to get it shut down and tried to prevent it from being successful because they don't like what this channel does, because it makes their channels look bad, because of what my viewers do. Although I would be willing to bet their viewers, well, some of them, would do the same thing if they gave them the opportunity, but they don't want their viewers giving money to other things. They want their viewers giving money to them. So they don't do this stuff. But I'm sure their viewers would do it too if they were given the opportunity. But I gave you all the opportunity, and you stepped up. Like I said, we'll be donating $18,000 to them on Tuesday. I'll be going down there. Also on Tuesday, if you're a TYMP recipient, there are 3 now that have not had their guns sent yet. I just got your information this weekend. Those will be sent on Tuesday. Well, I will purchase them on Tuesday. They probably won't be sent till like Friday or something. So keep your eyes out next week at your FFLs. Also, I want to take this, first show of the year as an opportunity to say, if you're not a supporter of the channel and you would like to support things like TYMPPistolProject.com, other things the channel does, the best way to support the channel, like I said, always is Patreon. If you want to go over to patreon.com/Yankee Marshall, become a patron over there. Otherwise, come to our live chats. Support the Pets and Vets Fund, super chats, whatever. I'm looking forward to another year of shows. We might be making some changes, like I've already tried to shorten this down to 10 minutes, but we'll deal with that later. But for right now, I just wanted to thank everyone that made what we just did with Fur Friends Animal Rescue possible. Now, the first person who won the gun still hasn't claimed it. If he hasn't claimed it in a couple of days, I'm going to do another raffle, or actually not a raffle. I'm going to give it away to people who donate to another charity for a puppy that needed surgery really badly. I'll give you more information on that later. But till then, I want to say thanks to everyone who participated. It was a huge success, and may we have many more huge successes in the coming year. And with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off today and say thank you, everybody, for coming. I really do appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow, hopefully, if you come back. Until then, I just want to remind you to always carry and stay safe until I see you again.